Hi YouTube, it is Mama Doe Dawn. Baby Fawn Charlotte is behind me playing with some band-aids right now that she's ripping off of herself. I'm gonna have to watch so those don't get in her mouth. But today I wanted to make a video about my first year as a mom. So I do want to preface this by saying that I did foster when I lived in Alaska. I fostered Native children through the tribe in Alaska, which was an amazing experience, but it was so different than having a baby. My kids in Alaska were school-aged. They are still school-aged to this day, and they were easy. They were such a walk in the park compared to a baby. Let me tell you, I would take 27 foster children over one baby any day. Becoming a mom to an infant was a completely new experience to me. It was so foreign. I had never really worked with infants before. I had worked at a daycare very briefly. They put me in the infant area, so it was like 0 to 6 months is what I was working with. I worked there 2 weeks and they were like, okay, you're gonna be way more comfortable with older kids, aren't you? And I'm like, yes, please send me to older kids. I know what to do with them. I do not know what to do with babies. So I had never really been around babies growing up. My brother was only like 2 years younger than me, so I don't remember him being a baby. I didn't have baby family members. I was pretty much the youngest of my extended family. So, are you coming down? Having a baby was quite eye-opening to me. Having a baby started out, it broke me. It broke me before it built me, is the way that I would put it. I definitely walked into motherhood having absolutely no clue what to do or what to expect, and I wasn't scared, but I just was not prepared. Mentally, I had no idea the toll that was about to be put on me. I was so tired all the time, and I thought, when I had foster kids, honestly, I had an instant connection with them. Like, just instantly, my heart filled with so much love for them. And when I held Charlotte for the first time, I didn't have that instant connection. It took months for me to really build that and see that she had a personality. I just hadn't been around infants enough to know that kind of motherly love that comes from being around a newborn. Ow, that hurts, kiddo. Please don't pull my hair. It took time to really build a connection with Charlotte. And don't get me wrong, I loved her, I adored her, but just really having that like bond, like knowing who she is and just being in love with the person that she is, that took a little bit of time, and it took her developing some personality for me to really connect with her. And my husband and I split up, just a couple weeks after she was born, so I was in it alone, and honestly, I was in it alone even when we were together. I gave birth by myself, I was raising her by myself, and I was really, really tired. I was exhausted, I was broke. I cried so many times through the first few months of her life just because I was so exhausted. I didn't know what to do. She was crying, and all I knew is babies need their diaper changed and baths and fed and loved and held, and I was trying all those things and none of those things were working, and I just felt so helpless. There was no one around to give me a break, and I was just so tired, and I felt like I can't do this. I am so drained, and I don't know if I'm gonna be a good mom. At the same time, I was trying really hard to continue running my business, and I run a home business. I make my own inventory, I ship my own inventory, I work with Amazon, I have thousands of products sold a month, so I have to work very, very hard to maintain that output, and it was extremely difficult to do that while also adjusting to having a new child around. And my business started failing, and I felt like I wasn't going to be able to financially provide for my child while also struggling with this idea that I wasn't emotionally providing for her because I didn't know what I was doing. On a daily basis, I felt so fatigued, and I felt so ready to just give up and be done, and I knew that I couldn't do that. I was literally the only person my child had. I couldn't just give up, and I wasn't going to give up. I loved my child, and I had always wanted to be a mom. I just needed to figure out how to make it work. Slowly over time though, I figured everything out. I ended up moving away from where my ex-husband and I had split up. I moved 700 miles away to be a little closer to family, although I am still 3 hours from anyone who can babysit, and my child is pulling a lamp off of My biggest thing was just getting organized. I started making daily to-do lists. That's how I started on my organization journey was every day I just made a to-do list, and then at that night I would make a to-do list. And then at the beginning of this year in 2019, I got a bunch of planners to itemize all my to-do lists. So I have different planners for different categories of my life. Right now I have 3 different planners, one for my finances and business, one for just personal things that I need to do throughout the day, and one is just a reflection planner. And I actually plan on adding more planners in because it has benefited me so much to just have these set ideas down each day of what I need to accomplish. It has made my life so much better. I've learned how to manage my time a lot better. I've delegated certain times in the day for certain things. So I know that there is a certain period of the day where I have to work, and there's a certain period of the day that I dedicate just to Charlotte and just being the mom that I want to be. I even write down like plans of what I'm going to do with my kiddo. Educational activities, books I want to read, or activities we're going to do outside. Those kinds of things are all written down in a planner. So I really feel like I'm accomplishing things. I am being the mom I want to be. I am still maintaining my business output. I am prioritizing things in a way that makes sense and is healthy for both my child and I and my financial freedom. And somewhere through all of that experience, I found me. I found the me that I've always wanted to be. I am organized, I am happy, I am motivated, and I feel like I am accomplishing exactly what I want to accomplish out of life. And I truly feel like I'm finally getting the mom thing down. Like I can do it. I am being a good mom. I am organized. I am providing for my child financially, emotionally, mentally, physically, in every single way that I possibly can. I am giving my child the best life that I can. And I am so proud of myself for that. Like I went from just despair of feeling like I couldn't do it to feeling like super mom. I'm not super mom. Like my house is a disaster, and most of the days I don't have makeup on my face, my hair is in a messy bun, and I wear pajamas like 90% of the time. But you know what? My child is happy and I am happy, and that is such a good feeling. I am exhausted in a really good way. By the end of the day, every day I'm like, I did so much stuff today. And maybe it was small things, like maybe I just, reorganized the fridge and then fed my child a healthy meal. But I will feel like I did so many great things because I had them listed in a planner and I got things done, and that makes me feel really good. I have always loved being a mom. I loved being a mom when I was fostering, and I love being a mom now. It is truly the place where I feel like this is what I'm supposed to do. This is who I'm supposed to be. I am a mom. There is nothing else to me. Like I love running my business, don't get me wrong, and I'm so proud that I'm independent in that and able to do that. And there are other parts of me that, I'm a crafter and I'm artistic and I'm a writer and I do all these little things. But really at the end of the day, I'm a mom and I love being a mom. Being a mom has just made me such a better person. I am... Do you ever see those pictures online where it's like the person like sneaking in? That is what she reminded me of, with like her little eyes right above my head. Okay, what are we doing right now, kiddo? Because it's very painful. All right, guys, this is how we're gonna sit so I can get this video finished. But being a mom has made me so much more patient. I have just endless patience now. I don't know what it was specifically about pregnancy hormones, but I do not stress like I used to. Like I have my moments where I freak out, but I used to be the person who like freaked out if I misplaced my keys somewhere or got really anxious about every little thing that was happening. And now I'm just like, you know what? We're going to go with the flow. And I always prep everything to where I have like 4 hours to get ready because that's how long it takes with her. And I think the organization has definitely helped my stress level, but I'm just more patient. Like I can deal with messes, I can deal with yelling, I can deal with just life coming as it's going to come, and I can handle it in a way that I really wasn't able to handle it prior to becoming a mom. I am more quiet now. I don't feel like my voice constantly has to be heard. I keep a lot of thoughts to myself, whereas I really didn't do that before, and I've learned to respect other people's opinions a lot more because I value things differently. I don't put so much emphasis on controversial topics that I used to, that I felt like I have to have a voice for this, because now I realize at the end of the day, there are certain things that really matter to me that I am very passionate about, and I will do things to make a difference in that. I don't need to push my beliefs on other people. I don't need to change other people's minds. I will make the world a better place for my child in the way that I can. And Charlotte is playing some music for us in the background. but I just don't feel the need to project my voice at people anymore. I listen to what people have to say, and if they ask for my advice or my opinion, I will give it, but I'll do it in a respectful manner, and I don't expect anyone to change for me. I just expect to be the best version of myself, and if I can inspire someone to change through my actions, I will do that, but I no longer use my words as a tool to get people to do what I want or to attempt to get people to do what I want. Instead, I just project who I am out into the world and hope that others will pick up on that and be good people as well. And lastly, it has made me so much more appreciative. I appreciate help. If someone willingly does something for me, even if it's a small thing, you know, if I have a friend like make a sandwich for me when I'm at their house, I truly appreciate that. I appreciate the effort that other people put into me and maintaining a friendship or relationship with me. I appreciate the small things that people do, and I just appreciate things in general. I appreciate like this is gonna sound really silly, but like my cat, I'm not just like grateful for her, but I appreciate the fact that she is a part of my family. Both of my cats. The kitten can get a little on my nerves sometimes, but I still appreciate her. And lastly, it has made me so much more appreciative. I appreciate help. If someone willingly does something for me, even if it's a small thing, you know, if I have a friend like make a sandwich for me when I'm at their house, I truly appreciate that. I appreciate the effort that other people put into me and maintaining a friendship or relationship with me. I appreciate the small things that people do, and I just appreciate things in general. I appreciate like this is gonna sound really silly, but like my cat, I'm not just like grateful for her, but I appreciate the fact that she is a part of my family. Both of my cats. The kitten can get a little on my nerves sometimes, but I still appreciate her. I also appreciate nature more, which is part of the reason why I'm trying to do this zero waste journey this year, is that I really do want to make this world a place where my child can grow up and have a beautiful life. And that to me means taking care of the earth and taking care of other people and taking care of animals and trying to foster a planet that is going to sustain her in a wonderful way. I am also much more appreciative of quiet, and this was something that I kind of learned in the Yupik Eskimo village that I lived in Alaska. They are a culture of people who are traditionally very quiet. You can go into their home and they won't necessarily attempt to have a conversation with you. They're totally fine to just sit with you silently, and I thought that was a really nice thing. And I did learn the art of being quiet there, but I learned the art of appreciating quiet once I had a child who took that away from me. But I definitely now, just peace and quiet, I appreciate. I truly appreciate it. I love being a mom. I love who I am as a mom. I love the struggles that being a mom brings. I love the blessings that being a mom brings. And I'm gonna have a 1-year-old throwing a temper tantrum because I won't let her throw the camera across the room. Come here, Missy Mo. So, okay. All right, guys. Oh my goodness. My munchkin is so ready for this video to be over, and part of being a mom is dedicating your time to your little ones. So I'm going to do that now, and I just wanted to make this little sit-down video talking about my first year as a mother, and maybe some people can relate on the struggles that come with it. And if you are struggling, hopefully you can see through my story that you will get there. You will get to a place where you feel like you're getting it. You will get in the hang of it. You will get organized. You will get on top of this motherhood life. I promise you. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're not going to be a Pinterest mom if you're like me. I'm definitely not a Pinterest mom, but you can be a happy mom, and being a happy mom, I think, is all that matters. Your kids are not going to remember a clean house. I'm kind of loosely stealing this from a Facebook post that was inspiring, but your kids are not going to remember a clean house or what you were wearing that day or whether or not you made extremely fancy dinners, but they will remember whether or not they had a patient, happy mother. And just remember that you have the awesome blessing of being a mom, and that is so, so cool. So enjoy it. That's what I'm trying to do, and it is working out well so far. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one.